when I originally wanted to live comment, they were doing construction above. So I'm gonna try and live com this to show my perspective as a tank, how I tank Lazarus. I'll go quickly over my builds, what attributes I'm using, and shit like that, what weapons I'm using. So give me a sec. So for me, oops, I am using 200 strength, 242 constitution. I don't need to go that much con. I have 14k health because I am using the infinity crystal. I normally run all pearls and all luck gear, but I've been having really bad luck. I normally run this necklace, but because I've been having really bad luck, I just switched it up because I'm having bad luck. Might as well get better stats anyways. So yeah, 200 strength, 242 con. I'm running the sword and the hammer. Got a legendary fury. Gonna repair real quick. And I believe some of my buddies haven't done it, or one of my friends hasn't done this dungeon yet. So when we get to the bosses, I'll explain. But for the most part, I'm going to rely on my teammates in the call to explain. I'm not going to be in the call with them just to have clear comms for, you know, me trying to live comment. But yeah, I prefer the sword and shield with the hammer for Lazarus because the hammer is does extra damage on ancients. And then I use the hatchet. I've been using the hatchet recently for Genesis, but I believe we should be good to go. All right, so now we are finally getting started. I am going to pop my food real quick. I am also going to pop my topaz gypsum so I can get some gypsum. And let me see if I have any coatings. Put a coating on real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we are cooking with grease. So I'm going to go ahead and Path of Destiny here is what I like to do. There are 2 ankle biters or crawlers in the back as well as an archer. Come on. I want to switch to my sword. And sometimes they do aggro over. And if they do, as a tank, you just want to keep an eye out and make sure that the archers aren't on your healer. So they've gone ahead and aggroed. So I'm going to try and... Boom, I was able to get a defiant stance off on that little one who was running away, so he should be headed back my way. I have about probably, yep, I was gonna say it should be about to pop, so I'm gonna shockwave again just to keep the taunt on me because I wasn't able to generate a lot of threat on him. So we're just gonna keep pumping though. This part is very simple. Obviously, whenever there's ranged enemies, you just want to try and keep melees on them. Or if you're not, or keep melee other enemies bunched up on the ranged ones so you can kill them all together. And if not, then just make sure they're aggroed onto you because they hurt, especially for your more squishy mages or your more squishy healers and stuff like that. So we're gonna pop up. He's gonna jump. I like to shockwave here. I did it a little bit late, so I'm just gonna double taunt to make sure I have everyone. Now your taunts don't stack, so I used shockwave, which is a 4-second taunt, I believe, or a 6-second. It's one of those. And defiant stance right after. Defiant stance is an 8-second taunt, but because I used it while the 4-second taunt was active on 3 of those enemies, it didn't actually stack, which is why I don't have threat on those guys right now, but I do have it on the Javelineer. I don't want to step on that. You want to be careful to step on those plates because they need to step on the correct character in order to spawn the next wave of enemies. But yeah, try as hard as you can as a tank not to stack your taunts. And when I say your taunts, I mean the abilities that literally taunt, right? So for what I'm using right now, I have my shield bash is a taunt, my defiant stance is a taunt, and my shockwave on the hammer are all taunts. So they're going to pop this real quick. I'm going to shockwave. I'm also going to Path of Destiny just for some extra damage. Armor breaker for a rend. And we're going to hold our shield up just because these guys can jump all at the same time and do an insane amount of damage very, very quickly. And I don't want to risk dying. We're just going to hit them with one of those. Boom. They spawned in the next wave. I'm going to Defiant Stance now to make sure they're all on me, which means I have 8 seconds to now generate some threat. I'm going to pop over and Shockwave to stun. Because even though I did it too early, so I didn't get the taunt, I was able to get that extra damage and keep these ranged dudes on me. And that's what I'm going for, right? So they did it a little quick. So these Javelin, or the Reavers, spawned a little soon, but we should be okay. Got them both on me right now. I'm going to stun them just because they have high mobility. And we should be okay for the most part. Yeah. Should be nice and easy. Got them grouped up. They have really high mobility, really annoying to fight. But it's not too bad, I want to keep an eye out, make sure he's not stepping on the next one. I want to be on that door right when this next wave spawns. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this Oh, nice. A topaz gypsum. I'm gonna grab this and boom. Wait a little bit just to make sure we get all the enemies. Path of Destiny for some extra damage. Use all my cooldowns just because this next wave is gonna have like 8 or 9 of the crawlers, so you want to be very careful. Ideally, I'm gonna watch for it. 2, 3. I'm gonna Defiant Stance now so I get it out before they spawn, because if they all jump on me like they just did, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And that can kill you. It definitely can kill you. So you definitely want to be careful with that, because I've seen many people die to it. Fun fact for this one, there's 2 Javelineers left, and this is the last little wave. But if you step on the next character too early, it'll actually make these dudes despawn. And you don't want to do that, because you want to fight every enemy that you can, because every enemy has a chance of dropping something, right? Will of the Ancients, Final Respite. Some of those are more common or frequently dropped from mob enemies like these guys right here. So there's going to be one more crawler that's going to come out. We're going to kill him, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to let these guys know real quick to follow through to chest. Bring enemies. Don't attack them. So I am going to grab some of these enemies if I can. And I want to run all the way to this chest just to be a bit more efficient. Pop a pot. No biggie. I usually like to bring them over here so we can just fight them together. Unfortunately, this guy was on my ass. Got a little stuck right there, but we're alright. Once this dude comes across, yep, I was able to get a taunt off on him. Don't want him on my healers. Grab this dude as well. He's retreating. Never seen that one before. I normally bring these guys over and have no problems. It's really weird. Never seen that happen, but it's whatever, I guess. Let's see if I can ping him and want to have one of the ranged. Thank you, Shammy. Appreciate you. Is he not? Is he not? Yeah, I don't know. This guy is super buggy or something. He was not doing... I did like fucking 4 runs last night, and he never did this. In all 4 of those runs, we did the same thing, so... A little funky, but it's okay. He's dead. And now we can move on. No drop from him. Let's hit this chest. Now, there are lots of things that you can do to speed up these runs, but obviously it all depends on your group and your group's, you know, experience with the dungeon. We have some people in our group right now that are a bit less experienced in Lazarus. One person's run it a few times, one person has never run it, so I'm not going to go for too many like crazy like pulls or anything like that. I just want to try and keep things a bit simple. Normally I group up things here a bit more, but let's just get this boss out of the way, make it easier. Now this archer on the side is really annoying because he's so far out of the way. And sometimes if you have a melee who's more experienced, they'll go over and solo him. But it's also very viable to just, once you get aggro on the boss, to bring him over to that archer. That's probably what I should have been doing. That was just on my fault for not paying attention. Nice. Topaz Gypsum, Crystalline Bow. So he's going to interact with that ball. We're going to grab this little ankle biter dude. Bring him over. Nice. Got aggro on him. He's going to jump. I'm going to shockwave so he doesn't get the jump off. He still did. I'm a unicorn now. This door to my left is opening, so I'm going to pop through real quick and not shockwave, Path of Destiny, just to get aggro on them because I don't want them running past me. And let's see. My shockwave is up, so I should be able to do that. Boom. We're going to pop through, shield bash the archer because we want to keep aggro on these ranged enemies. And now we're just melting. Melting, melting, melting. Nice. Let me just double check for drops. Doesn't look like there are any. For this next area, I'm going to run past these first 2 Avengers and bring them down to the archers. And then this guy likes to do his little dash attack. Yep, nice, okay. A lot of times he'll hit you and it slows you, so you want to try and avoid that as best you can. We're going to stun both of those. That was actually really nice. I wasn't expecting to get both. We're going to pop this right now. Is that Javelineer from the last room that we never killed? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess he probably ran away, and then we didn't kill him because of that. But that's fine. I'm going to try and hit him as much as we can. keep our threat high as much as we can, but that is not easy. Nice, he is dead. It can get pretty hectic in here with all these mobs, but we're doing pretty well. We're clearing pretty smoothly so far. Oh, don't fall off. That was ballsy. I'm not gonna lie. That was real ballsy. So now we are gonna go talk to Cilla. Cilla is the first boss of the dungeon. We're not gonna be fighting her yet. She tells us we need to cleanse, and she doesn't like that we're so dirty. But we're gonna do that. We're like, all right, yeah, I got you. We'll go cleanse. I'll go take a shower. No problem, no problem. And now we can continue forward, all right? Now, I don't want to stay on that archer too long, but I do want to hit him enough times just to generate some threat. Take advantage of those carnelians. That dude is running really far away, and unfortunately, there's nowhere that I can line of sight. I might try and line of sight this rock real quick. Nah, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't. So, I was trying to bring him closer. A lot of times with ranged enemies, you can line of sight them, and it'll make them run closer to you, so you don't have to go all the way to them. But I couldn't with that guy. We're in a pretty open area. And this next part can get a little... Okay. Anyways. I'm going to run past these first two. Ideally, I want to bring them to these archers in the back, because these archers are pretty annoying. And now there are quite a few enemies around here. Nice, I was able to get a really nice Defiant Stance taunt, 8 meters. Looks like I got a lot of them, so they should be all piled up on me here in a sec. Now, there is an archer back here. We want to make sure he's on us. There is an archer there in the back that you guys could probably see. Unfortunately, there's a lot of enemies in front of me, so I can't really go to him right now. I'm trying to get to him, though. Let's see. Is he? No, he's not on me, so we're going to grab him. Boom. Taunt him. We want to get out of that little arcane bubble. Excuse me. Oh, I was trying to use Path of Destiny, but it wasn't off cooldown. This guy, Alcyon, hurts a lot. Especially when he does this slam right here. Make sure to block it. Now, that archer in the back is still there, but he's aggroed onto me, it looks like. Yeah, so we're chilling. I'm not too pressed about him. As long as he's on me, that's totally fine. This guy, we're just going to try and see. Nice. Boom, random. This is a minion. They have really low health. And we should be good. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Another soul. What's up, Bjorn? I ain't changed it since yesterday, at least. Now that we're done with that room, we're going to be moving on to the next room. And he opens up the door for us. There's going to be a few enemies. 2 on the left. There's going to be 2 archers in the back as well. I'm gonna try and clear these out. I could have shockwaved him out of that, but I'm dumb. We're gonna grab this Avenger real quick. Boom. Try and get that archer. They got him. He's dead. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna try and kill this archer before we actually move on. It's not too big of a deal, but like I said, I have some people who are a bit less familiar overall with the dungeon, so I want to try and just make things easy, not overexert anything. For this, we're all gonna make sure we, shower in that fountain right there. That's the fountain that Cilla wants us to bathe in. We're gonna dodge that. Boom, we got the stun on him, which is pretty nice. We're gonna block this combo. We also get full stacks of counterattack off of that, which is kind of nice. Now, that boss should be aggroed onto me, but just to make sure, I'm going to run over here. I'm going to Defiant Stance. That means I have 8 seconds of taunt. And with that 8 seconds, it's still counting down, but I want to try and get into an area of line of sight to make him come to me. Make it easier for all of us if we can. Let's see. Nice. Perfect. He ran all the way over, so we don't have to keep chasing him. Now I can generate a bit more threat. He's going to keep running away. I'm just going to stay back here. I hit him a few more times, so I should have a good amount of threat. If he... Where? Hello? There we go. Come on, bruh. Ah, fuck it, dude. Okay, somehow that didn't count. These dudes are really, really annoying. He's gonna run again, yep. These guys, sometimes they run a lot, sometimes they don't run at all. So it's just kind of RNG. Ideally, we're already done with this room, but, can't control that. Everyone should have. Make sure we all bathed. Make sure you want to grab. Once you bathe, you can grab that respawn point. And now it is time for Cilla, who is the first boss. What's my jewelry perk? Which one? Which jewelry? Got any legendaries? I got a legendary Fury earlier, but that's my third one, so I salvaged it. Okay.
Good then, I'm guessing.
No, I didn't have no water either.
All right,
Oh,
so
that's bad.
Shammy, for this one, you see these plates right here on the ground? There's 4 of them, and she has stacks above her health bar. It's like a fist, and you'll see it go up and up and up, increasing her damage. When she gets to around 8 stacks, an orb is gonna pop out of one of these plates, and then one of the damage deal or one of the DPS or the healer, doesn't really matter, is gonna go ahead and grab the orb. When you grab the orb, she'll come over to the plate and she'll do her little animation. She's gonna switch. The staff is gonna switch hands, and she'll go into a magic attacking mode. It doesn't really do that much damage, so just pump DPS, pump DPS, pump DPS. Once she switches hands back to melee, then we're going to go to the same thing, just DPS her until she gets to 8 stacks. Then we're going to interact with the orb again, rinse and repeat. That stuff is pretty simple. Once we're on the 3rd orb, when she goes over to the plate, she's going to coil up and you're going to hear a bell. If you hear the bell, stack up on her body. Anytime you hear the bell after the 3rd orb, stack up on her body.
I don't play with game sound, bro.
I'll let you know.
Well, when she coils up, stack on her body.
Yeah, you'll see everybody run to her.
But yeah, when she coils up, just stack on her body, and then she'll put down a big blue area and just run out of it once it spawns. Otherwise, she can throw javelins at you, so be careful to dodge those. And otherwise, it should be pretty easy. All right. Aside from one of our DPS playing with no game sound, this should be a breeze. I'm gonna pop a ancient coating on my sword real quick. I don't have threat because someone attacked too early, so I had to taunt right there. She's throwing a javelin. I'm just gonna keep pumping, make sure we have that threat. She does that little look thing. Boom, 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 boom. Shield rush. So a lot of times she'll do that little combination and then she'll throw her javelin after. I like to use shield rush or shield bash in that little downtime in between the hit and the javelin, because I have the passive that gives me stamina when I hit those, so it can give me the stamina back to block the javelin after if the javelin hits me. Sometimes it's pretty buggy and it'll like go into the floor, but yeah, for this mode, as you can see, the staff is in her left hand. She is now just pumping damage, pumping damage. That's what we're going to be doing too, because these attacks don't really hurt that bad compared to her melee. And we're just going to pump. We're just going. I'm just hammering away. Heavy attacks. Heavy attacks. Shockwave. She switches hands back to the right, does her little look, and now we're in melee form again. So I'm going to put my shield up. Boom. Boom. Shield rush to get my stamina back. She's throwing a javelin at someone else. I want to keep my cooldowns as much as I can for stamina consumption. Right? I want to make sure that I can manage my own stamina in case there's no oblivion on the ground. Nice, I ate that. That's finally 3k. In this downtime, I'm going to Defiant Stance just in case she does get a hit on me. I have that extra defense. Looks like I wasted about 4 seconds of it, but we should be okay. I'm going to Shield Bash. Nice, it went through the floor, so I didn't even need to. There is an orb up to the southwest. Hopefully one of them can grab it. She's at 11 stacks, so if she combos me, I may be in trouble, but we should be all right. Nice. Yep, okay. So that's why you want to make sure to get the stacks or the orbs as fast as you can, because when she starts getting those stacks, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And you don't want to get hit by that. And as a tank, it's really scary because once she gets up towards like 12 stacks, she starts like two-shotting your stamina bar. It's nutty. So we're using Armor Breaker for the Rend and just heavy attacking. Heavy attacking. I have Fury, so when I crit, I get Empower. And we're just going Armor Breaker for Rend. We're just going. She switched hands back to her right hand, so we're going to go back to Shield. Be ready. Boom. I ate that hit. That's fine. Combo, combo, combo. Shield bash. What the fuck? I was on top of her. Boom, boom. Oh, Shilly ate that. So she's at 7 stacks. It's going to be spawning. Yup, it's up. He's grabbed it. I'm going to grab Kyle real quick. Never mind. She's grabbing him. Okay. We're going to pump. We're all going to need a stack. We're all going to need a stack. I'm in a really... We're gonna dodge through that. Looks like we're all okay. I want to get away from the edge because obviously her javelins can still knock me off. Wave. Want to dash through that, or dodge through that. I'm sorry. Okay. We're gonna run away. We had a bit better positioning that time. She dashed at me when I wasn't looking, which is pretty unlucky. That's an RNG thing. It doesn't always happen. Okay, that was an unexpected slash. She is getting a bit sporadic right now, so we want to try and kill her soon because she's getting pretty ugly. Yep. Sometimes she gets like this. It's really random. Sometimes it's pretty chill, but other times she just starts spamming her attacks. Okay. There should be an orb up. There should be an orb up. She's at 11 stacks. That means there's an orb up. They're not grabbing the orb. They need to grab the orb. If she hits me right here. Oh, that bitch almost ran off. And someone grabbed the orb. Never mind. I'm grabbing it. Yeah, whatever, dude. There we go. I got it. Oh, she's not going to it. Oh my god. Okay. Nice. I was able to drink a pot to save me. She's gonna coil up. They ran a little bit far, but we should be okay. Let's double check. Looks like there's a wave. We should be fine. It's not too bad. This is definitely still doable. Yeah, I ate that. That's fine. I am rended, so I am taking a bit more damage. Please stack up. He's not stacking up. That's fine. I'm going to cut this way. She threw a javelin at me. This is definitely still doable. Okay, we don't want to stand in those orbs because you do get snared. Or those snares. We're going to shield. Boom. Nice. Now we're just trying to pump damage, to be honest. She is at 6, so her orb is going to be spawning soon. I almost fell off. It's up. She threw it at someone who was spawned. Nice. Okay, we should be able to kill her here. Nice. That got really hectic, but it worked out. Holy moly. Holy moly. Yeah, that almost went really, really south. But it's okay because we made it. I was trying to live comm under pressure, but it was okay. We made it. All right. So for this area, we're going to be split up into 3 rooms. You have 2 minutes, but you pretty much just need to survive, to be honest. Now, there is a little... I'm not sure how consistent I can get this, but let me see what I could do here. I'm going to pop right here. And... yeah, so they do... I've only done this one time ever, and it was accidental because the enemies were all on me in this corner, and I got fucking pushed onto this ledge. But yeah, I just need to survive, and I do have a Ren still on me, so I don't really want to take any chances. The Ren that gets applied from Cilla makes me take more arcane damage. But yeah, I just need to survive until my homies finish up. I could technically be attacking, but just for the sake of surviving, I usually just chill there. Because the healers can heal through the walls, so I'm gonna pop this Defiant Stance, and we'll get to pumping. Gave them some, you know, gave me some extra safe time. That's all. Boom. So they finished in that first room, and now they can come to the middle. For the people in the side rooms, it is 2 enemies at a time, 3 waves of 2 enemies. So in total, you fight 6. What? Why did it just target the ice pylon? That's annoying. And then for this, once everyone is finished, you just come to the middle room and you just pump damage. Try and kill as many as you can. If you can get a quick clear on the side rooms, you can kind of just spawn camp these enemies. They'll spawn at this west door right here. See if we can't get him to spawn. Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to kill him. Okay, yeah, 1 spawned. But those Javelineers are just so... and there they go. Boom. And these guys can drop health pots, mana pots. You know, they can drop other shit too, but it's pretty rare. now I'm gonna check the side rooms. Yeah, my eye itches. Check the side room for drops. Didn't get anything there. Got some here. An electrified crystalline warhammer. Crystalline warhammer. Boop, 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 boop. And there's a free chest for us. Now that we completed that mechanic. Any legendaries? No legendaries. Anything? Nope, nothing good so far. That's tragic. Wish I had range for a moment. Like, what the f... Not mean to use that. We're gonna grab these two defenders. He's gonna jump. Nice. Bring him up here. And... normal rule of thumb. We're just gonna be bringing them up here towards the archers. You want to keep all the melee dudes on the range as much as you can. And once he gets close enough, nice. I got the taunt on all of them. You just want to keep him close, man. Keep him close. Did I get the hit? I think I got the hit. So they actually lost threat on me because I got pushed into the wall. So they registered me as like missing. So they just switched threat to someone else, which is pretty annoying. That's the life of a tank. That happens to me far too often. Enemies obviously can push you around quite a bit. And if they push you far enough into a wall, it'll register that you're just not there anymore because you're so far into the wall. And it'll be like kind of if you go into Entomb, they'll just ignore you. And they'll be like, all right, well, he is no longer in our sensor, so let's go somewhere else. Boom, boom, boom. Some people like to run past these three real quick and just bring them to the later rooms, but these guys walk so slow that I usually just kill them first. I'll just kill them. There's platinum here. We're PvP flagged. Maybe I'll get a pristine gem or something, right? They got it. Nothing, but I did get some mining XP, so that's cool, I guess. So we're going to move on up. And we're going to run past this next group of enemies and bring them all together and group them up. So we got one Avenger here on the left, one Avenger here on the right, Avenger right there. This guy likes to do a little stabby thing with his halberd or whatever it's called. Yep, there it goes. Alright, got a light roll even though I'm in heavy. Sick. Dodge the last one. Bring the defender up. He be jumping sometimes. And we're just going to bring him into this next room real quick. Pop a little LOS. Pop a taunt. Should have gotten all of them. There we go. Now the big guys come through. And you see the last one to come in is those little crawlers. That's why I don't like dragging them that far. Horn Succotash. Blacken Manji. First time I ever got Curiosity Greed was actually from this group of mobs right here. But whoa! Alright. Smooth so far. You actually do need to kill all the mobs in this room to move on, so you can grab this defender. Grab this Reaver. These guys are annoying. Grab the Archer. We're going to stay on the Archer. We're going to Path of Destiny that dude. And just, you know the rules, man. Fight on the Archer. If there are ranged enemies, fight on them. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to pop a taunt so I can grab the little dude off of my teammates. Even though I taunted him, he was still getting aggro to that pylon, which is kind of weird, but no, it's whatever. Dude, they really need to give tanks something to compensate for these Javelineers running the fuck away. My slows don't even last that long, so a topaz gypsum. Get that little taunt. Now, ideally, if I'm running this, especially for mutations, I'm probably gonna make some gear with like fortifying shield rush. I don't know if I'm gonna want like contagious reverse stab, because I don't really like reverse stab personally. Like, I think the ability, like what it does is really good, how it gives you your cooldowns, but I just can't get used to using it. So I'm not sure. Fortifying shield rush is obviously very good though, especially because I use it. So I'm a big fan of that. But I don't know what else I'm gonna run for my gear. I guess it more so depends on what the mutations have in store. I don't know what kind of mutations. Like, they talked about some ideas in that dev video, but you know, I don't know exactly what they're gonna have, so I don't know what I'll need to be prepared for. And we are almost done with Lazarus, and this dungeon used to be harder actually. In one of the more recent updates, they made Genesis a bit more difficult, but they made Lazarus a lot easier. So Cilla is still pretty difficult, as you saw, but Char D, the final boss, he's actually an embarrassment to final bosses around the world, in my opinion. I think where he was before was pretty fair, and now it's like, I don't know. You don't even need a tank for that boss. You just use 4 DPSs or whatever. I switched to my sword and shields for the extra luck on my shields, and it didn't even matter. So for this next part, this is actually the final boss. I'm gonna grab this life bloom. Ideally, you want to let your tank run through first, because whoever goes through the teleporter first actually gets aggro on the final boss, which is stupid, but that's how that works. So that is what we're going to be doing. Fortunately, no legendaries yet. Another soul, but nothing crazy. Looks like we're all here. Oh shit, let me explain how this thing works.
And then
Yeah.
the boss has like a few combo attacks that
Like-
he does.
Snug up against the walls where I stay, because when he swipes, he has an attack that'll come close to us. You'll see it.
Alright.
What's up, Hyga?
You guys got it? You explained it? Or
Not really. I was waiting on you.
I mean, yeah, there's 2 orbs on the sides. Callie will probably kill one, and I'll kill the other one. And then we're just going to dodge all his attacks. Every 7 to 9 attacks is when he will use his laser. When he uses his laser, I'm going to bring him over to this orb first, and then that orb second. And he'll drop down onto the arena and go into a vulnerability phase. And you'll deal like 10,000% more damage. So while he's on the ground, just pump all your cooldowns, use them, and then that's what we're gonna do. To be honest, it's pretty simple.
Alright.
Good to go.
I'll just try and clutch it out at the end again.
What
Got
is-
it.
I was just gonna give you this real quick, some heavy damage.
Oh, thanks. All right. Usually I'll have the melee DPS go over and collect these orbs, but you know, it's whatever. The range can do it. It's not a big deal. Whoever could pump, really. Looks like there's snow on the fur. Dang it. There we go. So as you can see, I'm all the way on the side. I haven't even touched the boss, but his health bar is still red, and that's because I still have aggro. Now we're gonna grab this orb. Hello? There we go. Grab this orb, bring it over here. There we go. Now we run up here, and we're pumping. And now it is M1 until you can't feel your fingers. That's it. dodge a few or block a few attacks as a tank, and then that's all you're doing, really. This boss is way too easy right now. Once they make him harder, it'll definitely be more entertaining, but this boss is kind of, like I said, an embarrassment to final bosses. Already. Boom, boom, boom. We're gonna sit right here. And we're gonna pump. Oh, I thought I had armor breaker up. It's fine. Boom. Just damage. 23k. 19k. 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 There you go. Now we move up. And we go back to pumping. I thought he was gonna do his little Superman. I feel like mutations are gonna make this boss very fun. We're gonna block this, because you can't dodge through that. There's a few attacks that you can't dodge through. This one you can, as a tank, so you're gonna want to block them. With the hammer, I get really good blocking stability, so I use it for damage, and then I can use it as a shield as well, or as a block, you know. So when he does the clap, you have to block that. You could dodge through that one also, but it has really weird timing. He should be going into laser soon. It might be after this, actually. I haven't counted. It might be one more attack. I think it might be now, though. Nope, yeah, one more attack. Maybe two more? We'll see. Nope, I was right. Boom. The reason I put my block up there when he's falling is because sometimes when he falls, he hits you if you're not in the right spot. So I want to make sure that you don't get smacked. Doing some pretty good damage. Seemed like his vulnerability phase was shorter there, but I'm actually not in range, so let me get in range. He has a good amount of health, actually. I don't know if we'll be able to do this before his last laser. That was one attack. This is two attacks. It's usually every 10. Oh, I had to let go of my block way too early. So that's a third animation. This one I block usually, but you can dodge through that. It's 4. We're gonna block this after one more attack. Dodge. Should be lasering soon. That one has a delayed hit for some reason now. So when his hands come together, it actually hits like a second or like half a second after. So I usually leave my block up for an extra second. But yeah, I don't even know what to say for this boss. This boss is pretty easy now. It's should be lasering soon. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to my sword. Not because I need to, but just because I have luck on my shield and I want to make sure I get the kill with luck. You never know with that 2.8%, you know? Defiant Stance does make that do less damage. Now it's doing 120 instead of 240. No legendary, unfortunately. But that is Lazarus Instrumentality. Cilla is pretty insane, but... or at least in comparison to this boss, but... yeah, that's it. It was probably not even a helpful video, but if it was, wow! Please be sure to let me know. Once they make this a bit harder and they do mutations or change his animations or anything like that, you know, I'll probably do another one. What is this? Bind on pickup. Damn, he got a legendary. Couldn't be me. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that. That's more so for the tuber. So, if you have any questions about anything, my builds, how I run, anything like that, just let me know. I'll try and answer it. Anyways, have a good day.